Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
First down, Cowboys. Let's go now. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
A first down carry by Elliott. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breland Speaks getting home to the quarterback that time.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
We own it. We own it now.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Get it.
Now Joe Mixon. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Let's go. 70, Indy. 54. Exit. Sit, sit.
The 48-yard line.
Check 37. Check 37.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, wahoo! Hit it.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? They were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here we go. Come the ending. All day, every day. No.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And, that is going to be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. He'll field this at the 5. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this drive will start in enemy territory as that gets out of bounds on this side of the 50.
At the 47-yard line.
Ready to break.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, here.
Five.
Mixon with a first down carry. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Twist on Travis.
Second and 6. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Mixon. And room there to work it inside the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got it. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll set up to throw. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and the lead is down to 2. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. Through 1 quarter, 9-7 our score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's a right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll bring up a third down.
3rd and 6.
Break. 55. Get him. Get him. Get him. Back, back, back.
They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, 51 yards, and the Bengals have taken the lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go, let's go.
30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
47's the mark, boy.
From the gun, Jackson looking deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42.
A gain of 29 yards. And a Cowboy first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Draw play. Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Now Jackson on first down. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Play action. It's Jackson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. He'll get this one to Patrick. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point, because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right, because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mixon. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. They'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting set.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over here at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot.
And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. They go play action here on first down. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Quick to edge.
X3, 218, chop it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got him in, complete. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42.
Mike 29. Here we go, D.
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jackson now, throwing again. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Black. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Here now, Brett Maher. He hit from 62 in his rookie season of 2018. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That's the second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long. I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on 3rd. Now back to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's get off the field. Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Like. Five.
They'll run with Mixon, and he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon, and the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start the drive with Elliott. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the Cowboys' 49-yard line.
Ready up.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Nixon. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Looking to throw. Open man is Ross, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Let's go. Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First down, Cowboys.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Jackson. It's wearing the tight end with it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Black. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a first and 10. Jackson now. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Black. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. This is caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone? And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. For the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Let him know.
He'll look to throw. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he uncorks a beauty, best of the day. This is taken at the 18. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. A 3rd quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. And that one's pretty well wrapped up as the Giants have grown their lead even further. Allen Robinson up over the century mark in receiving, and he's hauled in 2 touchdowns as well. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the 1st.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Dallas.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 10th carry now for Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Jackson. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tyree Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
He's the mark. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. As this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
57, Mike, 57.
Play action. Now Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The sack by Jordan Willis.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing is Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Black. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Now this throw caught left side. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Back to throw now on first down. He'll get that one complete to Connor. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run on first down. Mixon. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Time to go, night.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Let's go.
Back to Mixon on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Second and 2. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
57.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
And this offense needs a touchdown. A field goal won't get it done in this situation. But after giving up back-to-back sacks, things are looking a little bit bleak.
Five.
57. Mike, 57.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And an alley to run. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
First down, Cowboys.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
On the set.
Mike 29. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Cowboys, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.